Okay.
No
Okay.
logic to it.
Yeah. Wait, I'll tell you. I was watching the Harry Potter marathon.
It's such a.
That it come on every week. I just have to watch it. You have to watch it. What else am I gonna watch?
I got head getting watching Harry Potter one time in the movies.
So I was about to make a joke. I guess like Hetty Potter, but that's not that funny.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Obi Toppin.
no, 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 no. I used to spell fetus deletus. In other words, I oh shit. So what you do this New Year's?
What I do?
Yeah,
Sat right here. Like, you can't go anywhere.
yeah. I spent my New Year's, laying on the floor
Mm, mm.
playing
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Pretty sure I was playing 2K.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's not important, man. No more. You can't do nothing. You can't go out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. And
Hey,
look,
the next day my stimulus hit, so I was like, oh shit. Too bad my bill's gonna come right now. So let me go pay this motherfucker off.
I know I'll be over here waiting for the government to say they're gonna cancel student loan debt. So I keep pushing my student loans back. Like, come on, y'all! Like, hurry this up. Like, I need to.
Shit, if I'd known all this shit was gonna happen, they canceled student loan debt, I definitely would have fucked off in the 4 year college.
Yeah,
But y'all niggas ain't trying to pay for a school that's gonna teach you, hey, what happened in World War I? Nigga, who cares?
that's not what
Like,
they. That's not what they teach you in college,
I
man.
don't care. I am a fucking business major. Fuck science.
You don't have to take science classes.
It
I
doesn't
think you
matter.
have to take a chemistry. You have to take a lab or something like that. Or shit.
Yeah, why the fuck do I need to know chemistry? I'm a business major.
I mean,
They gonna teach me how to cut crack?
I don't know.
Master P
That's
taught
a
me
good
that back
question.
in '96.
All right, so well, I guess we talk about rappers. Like you saw the clips of the clubhouse thing where Jay Prince Jr. he was going at Joe Budden.
No, I don't know.
All right, so it was really stupid. Pretty much, you can tell Jay Prince Jr. just has a problem with. You remember the Lil Yachty interview on Everyday Struggle?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all Jay Prince Jr. was bringing up, and Joe was like, "I mean, like, yeah, I was wrong. Like, I mean, we talked about it. It's over." And Jay Prince Jr. be like, "Well, I'm talking to you about it," and it's like, what? Like it's just it doesn't. I don't know.
Does he
It,
talk the same way his dad talked?
I don't remember how his dad talk, but he talked really country. He sounded like an old country old man.
No, his dad be like, so NBA young boy, you
Yeah,
got your stuff.
yeah.
So,
It do, but he sound just like he
but
low key do that sound like that.
like he's trying to like he's plotting to take revenge for something like a super villain.
Yeah. So
All right, cool.
but nah, the dumb part about it is like it just the rappers. One, I've never seen people that be so uneducated trying to like argue how they don't like somebody because like they'll say it. Joe answered it, and then he just said some bullshit. And it goes back to when they were going to academics like Meek Mill and all them. It was the same thing. It's like you ask them a question, they answer it, and they be like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to answer it, so I'm just gonna say something else." And everyone's just sitting there like, "Huh?" And they're like, yeah, exactly. It's like you didn't say anything. So it's like, yeah,
Confusing.
man, I don't know. The rappers like it's like they're so dumb. They're so dumb. I'll be damned if I ever.
Some of the rappers are dumb.
Yeah, it would the ones on Clubhouse that's going at the media people. It's like, dude, like shut up, like really. And for them to sit like, if you say anything back to them, they're like, nah, you can't talk to me like that. It's like, or what? Like, I'd be damned if someone ever tried to press me like that. I'm like, look, I
Rapper
don't care.
need media, media needs rappers.
Yeah,
That's it.
all it is pretty much is you can tell there's a lot of hidden tension because so and so didn't promote so and so's album as much as they wanted it to. That's all it is. So they just want to nitpick at one thing, and then when they answer it, they're like, "Oh, well, I just
You
don't
think
like
you
you."
do that?
Yeah, yeah, it's so stupid. Like they all need to grow up. It's really dumb. Like the whole
Yeah, need to
clubhouse thing's
grow up,
stupid.
start beating it. You know.
And I'd be damned if someone tried to talk to me like a little kid, because that's what Jay Prince Jr. was trying to do to JoeBudden. It's like you can tell Joe's just like, "Yo, I don't care. Like, leave me
Yo,
alone."
if you talk to me like a little kid,
yeah,
oh, be topping.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
nah, I don't care. I don't care who it is. It's like, nah. Like I get mad when I get older family members. It's like, look, I ain't no little kid no more. You can get the hell out of here. Like real shit.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. That shit's stupid, and I think Clubhouse is about to be really, really more like you think this bad now. Oh, give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple years when like Android people get it because it's only on iPhone.
Well, what I don't like about it is like I think you should be able to see if somebody is recording the conversation. I know like you should be like, oh, well, you can assume it now because it seems like everyone's doing it, but it's like you should be able to see like, oh, so and so's recording this, so let's like, yo, whoever's recording this, stop. Like,
Hold on, wait. You never like. All right, that's a dumbass logic thing, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Like, I always think somebody's recording something.
yeah, but no,
Once,
so
once iPhone started all this shit. Matter of fact,
yeah,
remember
no,
that?
you can't. Yeah, yeah, the screen recording. I understand that, but you
Yeah.
need someone's permission to do that. It depends on certain states, like in California, if you record somebody without their permission, they can sue you.
But you're not recording them technically. You're recording the conversation that y'all having a group conversation with.
Yeah, that's so. My whole thing is they should be a notification. So and so is recording this. So if it's something that needs to stay private, well, first, I don't know why it's a giant chat room with all these people. Like, yeah, like you said, I would assume someone's recording it, but I would like, rather see like, hey, is anybody recording this? And if everyone says no, but you see somebody with like a recording thing on there, it's like, nah, you got to get the fuck out.
And masterclass, yo. That's all that the shit is. It's like nigga. It's like a big ass fucking ghetto TED talk.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
That's pretty much what it is.
I
It's
agree.
Twitter. It's Twitter on
Yeah,
steroids. Like it's just
yeah.
retarded Twitter.
It's pretty much yeah. Like
Oh,
instead of typing, we're just gonna okay, yeah. Instead of
I'll
typing,
fuck with you.
yeah. Instead of typing, we're just gonna all sit here and talk. And then some people just sit there muted because they want drama, and it's just like,
Or they just don't want to say nothing because they're like, I just want to be here for the entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
That shit
Well,
crazy though. Like because that's gonna be the new wave, and it's like y'all niggas so like desperate for a conversation
but no, I
about.
think a lot of people just and this is too the rappers annoy me because they kept saying like, oh, well, none of y'all will say this to me or something like that. It's like, well, technically you're saying stuff to the media personality, not to their face. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, you're saying all this stuff on the podcast, but you won't say that to me. It's like, I mean, he said it for you to see. So you're general like in the clubhouse thing, you're hiding behind the screen too. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh
You get what I'm
well,
saying? Like,
I just
it's
want to
like,
say this.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you finish.
But no, it's just like I hate it when people be like, "Oh, you won't say that to my face," but then they say that to you behind the screen. It's like you're not in my face. So like, what do you?
I'm just saying this so we code it, clip it, whatever. I would say anything I had to say to any of these famous niggas to their faces, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. I would
Like,
say because my thing is like it's not that serious. There's nothing that serious. And if somebody like if someone ever tried to like little boy me in a conversation, I'm like, look, you can shut the fuck up. I don't care who you are. Just get the hell out of my face. Like, don't do that shit.
it's I don't know. Shit is stupid, bro.
Yeah,
They
man.
all. I mean, it's just a bunch of ass grown ass adults that finally was like, oh shit, I can talk. Like, I don't
Yeah,
have to type this shit out. I don't
yeah,
have to worry about like I would do well in Clubhouse because fuck that spelling shit. I could like use big words like ti and shit. Now, oh, it's getting litty.
yeah. But that so all right. Now we talk about age, or whatever. You know that rapper,
AIDS?
Age, Age.
Uh,
You know that rapper PoppHunna or whatever.
no. Oh, you talking about Roddy Rich?
Yeah, his evil twin. They making a big deal. Well, like I said, I was all right. I was born in North, but like I'm not in the streets like that.
We
So
know
like
you are Harry Potter.
so I don't. People say he told at 13, and they trying to get him like, oh no, you can't do any features with him and stuff like that. It's like, dog, like I don't know, these rappers are weird. I don't understand why you're so invested in someone's business where you look up what he did at the age of 13 and said, hey, nope, you told when you were a kid, nope. And then these rappers like, no, like Lil TJ said, when I was 14, I didn't tell and I did a bit. Like, okay, that's on like what? Just because you did it, like, don't mean everyone like, nah, he was 13.
Technically, all right, let's be honest. All of these rappers are technically snitching because they put out songs and saying hypothetically what they doing. So technically, all these niggas are snitching on each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And like my whole thing when Eric say you can't do a features and like I think Trippy Red called was it Tuesday? Uh
Oh, oh no, fuck that. Go ahead, finish it.
well no, it's just for you
Finish
to
your red shit.
bring that energy to him. Where was all this energy for Nicki Minaj?
For Trip Red?
No, yeah. Like wait, like you going out of your way to call someone like you did a song with a snitch, right? It's like y'all making a big deal about that, but Nicki Minaj did a song with 6ix9ine. Nobody, it's just if you're not gonna bring that energy to her, don't bring that energy to someone else just because they're not a big enough name. Like that's stupid.
First of all, I think I'm gonna get on something with Nicki Minaj, but that's for later. But first of all, I think Trippie Red is a bitch for not saying nothing to 6ix9ine when it first happened. He knew about a lot of shit, but he still fuck with that nigga. So
Yeah.
if you know the nigga is not really who he was, and yet you still like fucking with him, and then when the sexual assault thing come out, a sexual allegation when he was messing with a minor, then you stop fucking with him, you knew that shit. Like, cut that shit out. Like, come on now.
Well, I don't know. I just don't know because I knew they like the beef thing where like they couldn't be in the same they whatever double XL whatever they wouldn't put them in the same class because they're beef whatever they were afraid what was going to happen. So like I don't get like I really don't get their history at all. So I'm guessing like were they really that cool? Where like
Yeah, them niggas doing song together and shit like that.
oh
But it's a fact that like this nigga like don't what I'm saying get mad because somebody snitched when they was 14. I'm pretty sure that everybody, if that's the case, then everybody is snitched because somebody done told on their sibling once or twice in a year.
yeah
Like, come on now.
yeah no, that's all yeah they be y'all be so that y'all would be like people in general would be so quick to try to get their little brother or sister in trouble like it's so crazy.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
crazy.
Like,
Nah,
fuck out of here.
and then like I just don't get like, dude, stay out of their business. Like it's so stupid. Like if you don't want to do a song on the phone, like you have your reasons not to do a song with them. Like everyone out here trying to make money. Like worry about yourself. And it's,
Yeah, it's really like stupid, bro. It's really stupid. Like, I think most of these people just doing it. Most of these people doing it to stay relevant because the music not popping.
yeah, they want to make headlines, so they want like, hey, like this person got a hit song. I'm gonna shut that down because I can't drop a hit song.
Yeah.
And it's like going to I just random. I was on well, I guess sort of transition, but before I get to it, when MFDoom, I heard the news of him. I went to like the profile on Apple Music, and they used to have a featured playlist for all rappers, and for some reason they took that down. Like I would always say, for example, I wouldn't want to listen to like Lil Wayne songs, but like when he had that run of all them hot features, he had a playlist with all those songs on it. So I would listen to those or like say like I'm not really trying to hear Kanye West, but he got some fire features. It's like I'll listen to the features. They took that down. Like the rappers don't have feature playlists anymore. And I'm like, yo, like I'm trying to find out what happened to it. Like I'm about to do my research investigation. Like, yo, like why'd y'all take this down?
Mm, I don't like that's a good point. I don't know. I don't use Apple because they the devil.
But that bothered me so much. I'm like, yo, it was just so convenient. I would just go to their page, go to the feature thing. I'm like, okay, now I actually have to go through all their songs and make my own little playlist thing. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to do that each time. But
Yeah.
mm, like Apple, get
Yeah.
your shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. So in case you lived on a rock for like the last 2 3 days, MFDoom died this October 31st, and New Year's Eve, his wife put out a long Instagram post and then said transition day October 31st, 2020. And I was like, hold up, wait. Like it was kind of confusing at first for a lot of people because a lot of people didn't know what was going on. But then you got to think like they don't want, and this is why I applaud like the family and stuff for it. Like obviously they could have just put it out there and let it run its course,
Yeah,
but they decided to wait because they don't want the same thing to happen with every rapper or every fucking every family member and stuff, where when somebody dies for the next 30 months you hear, oh my god, this and that, like when they're trying to grieve.
yeah,
So it's making it that much harder for them to grieve because the
yeah,
public know about it.
yeah. Like
I think I honestly think if like is they I don't know like their person, I don't know like, you know what I'm saying, like if she was done grieving or not, but I honestly think that if she wasn't done grieving, nobody would have known about it.
yeah. Well, I think too. Eve, I think it gave her the space to grieve. Where I think so. All right. First, I didn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who he was when you texted me about it. I was like, I thought he was someone from Wu Tang. That like I had no idea who he was. So I looked him up and I was like, oh, I saw like the association with Adult Swim, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and then I looked up a couple of his songs and I definitely hear his influence. Like I bet you like Joey Badass or like Odd Future, they all know who MF Doom
Yeah,
is. Like you hear the influence, like oh, like yeah, I hear that sound.
yeah,
So like I rock with that, but it's just from the grievance standpoint, it's almost as if this is what bothers me about like sometimes I watch ESPN and I see all these sport things, how they won't let Kobe. It's like they won't let Kobe rest in peace, and I don't think they give his family that respect where it's like, hey, I'm gonna just. It seems like every other time you got somebody mentioning Kobe, you got the Lakers win. LeBron's like, yeah, we did it for Kobe. They get the rings. You got the Kobe thing on it. You hear all this mom mentality. It's like y'all don't understand. They have a family, and every time you say that, they're reminded that they lost a husband, a father, a daughter, a sister. Like I don't think people understand that. So how they did the MF Doom thing, it's like, okay, the family actually had time to sit there and be like, yeah, we lost a loved one. And now they're putting it out where okay, now everyone can do the the stuff they do where they pretend like he's like the biggest thing they've ever heard of. Even though like I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. It's just you know how people are. Like when someone passes away, they act like
yeah. A
they are the
lot of
number one
people act
fan.
like that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a it's a statement. Like a lot of people do act like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he was my biggest fan. Like, no, no. Like the whole entire you do this with a lot of artists,
Yeah.
and I'm always the one that's like, yo, I like never heard of nigga. Like when Juice WRLD died,
Mm,
I ain't hear no songs from him.
yeah.
It was just like, okay, like damn, he died. That sucks, but it's like whatever. Like Pop Smoke, like that was different because like I mean when I started listening to Pop Smoke on Meet the Woo,
Yeah.
so and then Meet the Woo came out, and that's when he started getting all the traction and stuff. But I'm like, yo, like most people didn't even like know who he was, and they was like, oh, this is sad, da da da, and I'm like, uh, when I played this shit for y'all niggas, y'all said this shit was trash, and now y'all want to say this shit is lit.
Yeah, like I know. So at first, Meet the Woo, like all I heard was a joke that all his songs sounded the same. That that's all. So then I heard Meet the Woo too, and I actually thought that shit was fire. But like there were people, a lot of people was like, "Oh look, welcome to the party, part three. Welcome to the party, part four, stuff like that." So when the stuff happened, and then those people started playing his album Shoot for the Stars. I'm like, wait a minute, like what? Like, but yeah, like it's not on some disrespectful shit. It's like, yeah, like you said, people just they act so fake when someone passed away. It's like, dude, show them that love when they hear it. Like, it's just, it's so hateful.
Yeah, just like Mass P said, man. He said, I know. He said a lot of people don't fuck with me, and I know who don't. So like when I die, like don't say you fuck with me.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah,
man. I'm telling my parents, something happened to me. Y'all can cremate me. I don't care.
I'm getting myself stuffed. I'm gonna get myself stuff, and I just want to sit. I want to be like, I don't just want to sit on top of my like. I want to get like one of the big ass like college like the big ass joints. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and I just want to sit in there
The
on a throne with a gold king, like with a gold fucking crown on. Just sit up there, and then like you got like voice recordings where you can press.
not gonna lie. That he just gave me an idea. I really hope, hey, if we can somehow get some deal, we would turn that into a movie. You die, and like just like your ghost, you live past the thing. It's like yo, no, that's his body's just stuffed. And all of a sudden, like throughout the movie, you moving around and shit. It's like yo, what the hell going on? And it's like
Next day I'm posted up like a model and shit, laying on the coffin, like, yo, what's up, bitch? Like, what the fuck? But nah, since we on rappers and stuff too, I know we about to make a good transition. This might be a good one. Shout out to Benny the Butcher and Buffalo Bills. They have a collaboration clothing deal.
yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
and I'd say this is the first, unlike any other ones that like we had so far. You know how we had the bullshit. Oh shit! The Knicks bullshit
Yeah.
ass design.
Nah, I remember the only one I can think of is the OVO Raptors jersey.
No, I'm talking about like you know how, like when all the rappers were making out jerseys and shit like that.
I I think I know what you're talking about, but like go ahead.
Yeah, but it's different though because I don't think the NFL ever let anybody license them out like this. Like no NFL team really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think just the Bills. I think they trying to build their fan base, and I think
Yeah,
that's a good way to do it. Cause I
I mean
feel
he's from Buffalo.
yeah,
Everybody knows, but the important thing that I want to pull out here is that not too long ago, I remember he tweeted saying like, "Yo, like if you in Buffalo, you cannot wear my hoodies. Like, be safe if you wear any of my sweaters, and you're a convicted felon because they'll
mm,
try to get you a gang activity."
okay,
So now for him to be on an actual brand, like actual NFL team, endorsed him or
yeah,
they partnership together, and it's official joint, and he got Black Soprano on that joint. Like, you got Black Soprano family on his joint. Got he's like a quarterback with a Pyrex bowl. That shit is dope.
yeah.
Like, I'm copying one. But
That's
yeah,
actually sweet. That actually is
yeah.
sweet.
Like Buffalo been having a good run though for like music and like football wise.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I know we talked about it. I'm low key like, even though like at first everyone was hating on him, and I thought he was trash. But yeah, Josh Allen, I'm happy. Like I never like uh there are very few people where I actually like, like I hate this person. I hope I hope they suck. But like Josh Allen, like I'm happy that because everyone was just picking on like, he was trash at first, but he's stunned now.
Yeah, he kind of pulled a Baker Mayfield the other day, but I'm gonna let that pass. He deserve it. That fucking all that shit.
And the dancing, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
the I don't know.
Kamari,
Go ahead.
Kamari Alvin tested positive for COVID after fucking niggas in the ass.
You mean Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, you know what the fuck I mean. What I say?
Kamari Alvin?
Oh yeah, that's the right word. Like yeah, you just switch it up.
Okay. But I was
Last
gonna
name,
say,
first name. Government
nah,
Sanders, nigga. You don't know nothing about that. You don't work for the feds.
I thought it was cool too. And I don't know. I was just more encouraged the MFDoom thing. It sort of encouraged me to actually look for more I'm not sure of like his affiliations or whatever, but I was just looking at more independent artists. And I remember obviously you remember Ace Hood, right? You saw what his wife did for Christmas.
Yeah,
It got him the
yeah.
plaques. And like I saw how emotional he got because once he went independent, he stopped getting plaques. I don't know. That just encouraged me. Like I'm gonna start looking at more independent artists and stuff now. Like it's just so. And then I remember how DJ Khaled like just used them. And then I like you remember when Raw said that song on that Birdman, Idols Become Rivals. And then he said, I remember what you did to Khaled. I so bad was like, but what did Khaled did to Ace Hood? What like everyone be screwing each other over. Stop acting like, oh, that's my boy. Like, nah, like he screwed over
No,
Ace Hood.
you never get on the fuck like they so like everybody keeps saying. I think Joe said it too. You never. you never like want to sign with an active artist
Yeah.
because they focus on their own music.
But
They're
dude,
not really focused on you.
Ace Hood's first album isn't even under his name. You have to look under DJ Khaled, and the album is DJ Khaled presents Ace Hood. Like it's so nasty. It's so nasty. So it's like when DJ Khaled complain about anything, it's like DJ, shut up. Like shut up.
I mean, Ace had been through a lot, so he deserved that. Like he deserved at least some plaques.
Yeah, yeah. I just right. I thought it was cool. I'm going to start. I listened to his last project. He had a project come out in 2020. I listened to that. He had a couple. He had a song with Jacquees on there, and I the song before that I low key hit. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Big Fish. But yeah, like I'm gonna start like just looking out for those rappers now, just
Yeah,
instead
I
of
want
like
to
the
know
label.
like what the fuck happened to Ken Jones? That nigga was cold.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah,
Like besides that, like that one pop song that he had to put out, but that nigga was cold.
yeah,
Like if you don't think that nigga cold, if you don't think he was the best rapper on "Don't Play Yourself," then you're crazy. Like he
yeah,
killed that shit. But like, look at all the artists that he was signed. Look at all the artists Cali signed though. Like
yeah,
Pusha said, man, you signed to one nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to another nigga.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
That's that Wayne. Pow, pow, pow.
uh,
You want to get on that future shit? I'm not that future shit. They're pretty much the same nigga. The Young Thug, Diz and Jay Z, Diz and then said,
I don't think he did Jay-Z. I think he just did what like it was one of those things where he was just talking. And then once they like sort of they didn't really check him, but they were like Jay-Z. He was like, oh yeah, I was wild. Like I was like, yeah, yeah, Jay-Z got like 50 of them Jays, my bad. I think he just wasn't I think it was just the thing people do is when they just talk and it's like he's just like, no, I got like 30 songs the whole thing. Like no one else got that. Like Jay-Z. He's like Jay-Z. He's like, oh yeah, no, no, not Jay-Z. I'm sorry. Like I didn't
but
take anything of it.
I just want to say that arrogant shit. Like, I think Gucci Man got more hits than him.
Yeah, I mean, all right. See, and also, I'm just gonna call out the hypocrisy here, because you remember when French Montana said he think he can take anybody in a versus battle, even Kendrick. What was Young Thug saying? Young Thug was popping off saying, "No, you shut up, you being disrespectful, whatever." But Young Thug just did the shit with Jay-Z. It's like, come on now, like let's stop. You being a hypocrite. But yeah, like I'm sure Young Thug just he's confident in his catalog. Like that you can name a lot of rappers where it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know Thug, but like, I mean, Young Thug do got hits. I mean, he got hits.
Hey, French Montana got hits too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Let's not get it
I
confused.
still think if we did a versus battle between French Montana and Kendrick Lamar, I think people will be surprised about how many hits French Montana has. You're going to be like, oh shit, like like French Montana
Yeah,
actually, yeah, did go for it. Like he been in the
yeah,
game for a minute.
yeah. Niggas just don't like. I guess niggas don't like remember like French Montana like started off like in the game like with DVDs and shit. He
Yeah.
was the media nigga at one point, and he
Right.
became the rapper.
I think too when he said that, people just took it as like he's comparing his rap and like no, he's just saying hit for hit. Yeah, I think I can go against Kendrick. Like that's not a wild statement. It's just people like you're not a better rapper than Kendrick. He's not saying that. Like I don't know. But just back to the Young Thug thing. It's just like, dude, like you can't get mad when another rapper do it, but then you do it. Like, huh? Like,
And then on top of that, that nigga did get shot in the head.
yeah,
Yeah, so he
yeah.
kind of off a little bit. And
Shit.
I think that's the problem with NBA YoungBoy.
Speaking of being off, like, yo, why your boy BoogerMcFarland like making no stupid ass comments about black players?
You take this one because
No.
go
So
ahead.
no, he was like so obviously with the DwayneHaskins thing that goes on, like he's saying like, oh, it's always like he was implying it's always the black players. It's like, dude, like you acting like Ryan Mallett wasn't a thing. And obviously he wasn't like someone that was so focused with taking selfies with people, but Ryan Mallett got himself out the league fast. You got oh my God. Baker Mayfield at first, he had more commercials than wins his first season. Like he acting like Johnny Manziel, for example. Like Johnny Manziel was worried more about his brand. And so for you to focus on the black players, it's like, dude, shut up. And if you remember, there's a reason they took BoogerMcFarland off Monday Night Football. He says stupid stuff. BoogerMcFarland says the dumbest things. And like I wish I would have compiled a list of all the stupid things that he has said on Monday Night Football. But there's a reason he was on there for 1 year and they said, nah, give him for the year. So when he's talking, I'm just sitting there like, here we go, he's gonna say something stupid. But it's just for him to focus on black. It's like, dude, shut up. Like you just trying to be another Jason Whitlock right now. Like, chill out. Like it's not just black players who are worried about their brand. It's okay to worry about your brand. It's okay to do that. I'm just saying it's not just black players. The main thing is like, yeah, a lot of players should not come into the league thinking, yeah, I don't need to work. Yeah, that's your point. I will go with that point. Don't just focus on you're worried about your brand. Like, shut up, dude. Like that's just you being old. Like that's what you need to do now. Because you know damn well if you tear your ACL or you end your career, they're not gonna do anything for you. You gonna have to worry about your brand. Like,
Yeah. So I just want to put on the ski mask, just say like, we robbing this nigga of his black card or what? Like,
uh, I stopped taking Booger McFarland seriously. During the
what
Monday
team did
Night
he play
Football.
for? What was the team he played for?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna look him up.
While you look that up, there's my thoughts on this shit.
Yeah,
So I'm putting my headphones and shit. But it's a real like, this is a deep dive in the the thing. And we kind of had a little bit of conversation earlier this week about it, but a lot of people, it so amazed me that a lot of people, a lot of black people are upset when other black people try to make a name for themselves, especially like branding wise, especially in the NFL. A lot of older black people, Ray Lewis does it, like a lot of older black people. But it seemed like they seem to forget that a lot of these organizations really fucked over a lot of players, black and white. My best example I can give anybody is the fucking Detroit Lions when they fucked over Barry Sanders and they fucked over Megatron.
yeah. So I get what you're saying. Like the one thing you have to live for is like your own brand because your team carrier don't care about you. And I think you make a great point with the older people because look at like, and I understand like I'm not even going to bring up the race now. I'm talking about older black people in general. They hate LeVar Ball. They hate LeVar Ball. The young people love LeVar Ball. But it's like for you to hate on LeVar Ball, it's like why? Why do you hate LeVar Ball for it's like, oh, he's making money off his kids. So the schools make money off the kids. The teams make money off the kids. Why can't he make money off his own kids? That doesn't make any sense. So it's
Yeah,
just yeah, it's like you're saying, like the older people, like whenever a black person tries to do something new, it's like they just immediately hate. And it's like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. But Booger McFarland, he was a defensive tackle from 99 to 2006. He played for the Buccaneers. From 2006 to 2007, he played for the Colts.
oh, so he played for two trash ass teams.
Now he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. And then the
I
Colts,
mean that
that was
because
when
of
the
one of
Colts
the
had
past.
Peyton Manning though, too. Like those were actually like those were good teams. It's just he went
The
to
ultimate
LSU.
white quarterback.
But no, it's just like I don't know.
But
It's just a thing. He's just an old minded person. Nah, I just never took him seriously. Ever, especially after hearing him on Monday Night Football. It's like, dude, shut up.
I mean, it's just this whole entire thing is just stupid. Like on the like the LeVar Ball shit, people get mad at him for like pretty much like making money off his kids. Duh.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
fuck you have kids for? To take care of you when you get older.
Or now the funny part about it is when he's confident in his kids saying, no, if you put my boy in the Warriors, they're like going undefeated and stuff. It's like, dude, that's how all of y'all talk about y'all kids when they play sports. Like people are overreacting to that. It's like, yo, all of y'all think y'all kids are the greatest thing. It's sport. Like that war you should. Like what the hell? That's his kid. Like, yeah, like it's just
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it before. Like I think we had this conversation already about the players and shit. But it's to the point where like if the players do one thing wrong, all the older black people like, no, 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 don't say that. You messing up our brand. Like, yo, you know that you're still talking about the same shit. Like that's why I like Charles Barkley because that nigga will say some dumb shit, but he's not all the way in it. Like he understands a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think his problem is he doesn't know how to explain things, and
Yeah.
I just don't like it when the media uses his statements as like the headline for like Charles Barkley said this, so all black people should think this way type vibe. It's just like, no, he doesn't speak for everyone. Please stop doing that shit. But
This
yeah,
nigga
I get what
said
you're
he
saying.
wasn't a role model.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he said, I am not a role model. That was his whole campaign for Nike.
Yeah. You know, I thought was the most incredible thing like I've seen in such a long time. There was a clip of Steph Curry made 105 threes in a row. I think that is incredible. If it isn't doctored or anything, that is one of the most incredible things I think I've ever seen.
Damn.
Dude,
That nigga pull up from 30 with his wife and like shoot in her pussy.
bruh, bruh. Like, you know, if I shoot 105 times from the right or left block out of rim, I don't think I could make it 105 times in a row. Because I think just one, the ball's gonna slip out my hand or my arm's gonna get tired or whatever. He made 105 NBA threes in a row. That's insane.
Yeah, but you
That's
never got
insane.
him. Like, yeah, but
Dude, if you go percentages, that's he shoots 100% from that spot. Like,
yeah, I
like,
mean, but
cause you
that's
know,
working on your craft.
yeah, but that dude, that's incredible. Just the strength. I don't think people understand the strength that goes into that. Cause just the strength and stamina, like, god damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
um,
man.
I don't know. That's kind of thought about that, like strength and like working and craft and shit. What kind of upset me this week too, was a home, well, like them actually was a Roskin, whatever the fuck they are now, football team,
Yeah.
soccer team, them bums cutting DwayneHaskins after a period where you really can't train this year, like with people, without getting scrutinized for not socially distancing. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
the thing with
Yeah, I know he put
him,
out hype videos and all that other shit, but it's to the fact like, yo, you know that this year is kind of a fucking a
the
thrown up in the wind for the NFL.
well, nah, the thing that Washington looks shady on is they wait until he has that like awful game to do it, and then they look back at other reasons. Oh, these are the reasons why. It's like, so if he would have played well, you would have kept him. Like, I I don't get why. It's like, dude, y'all clearly saw he was just trash, and like, okay, he isn't worth the drama and cut him. Don't be like, oh, it was from like a character issue. It's like, no, it wasn't. It's because he's not good. That's why you cut him and you just using
I
that as
have the NFL have worse character issues than that, and they
yeah.
still don't cut people.
But no, it just bothers me. Like you say, like, oh, Ron Rivera is setting the tone. It's like, no, he's not. Because if Dwayne Haskins would have played well that game, everyone would have just forgot about it.
Who the fuck is Ron Rivera?
That's the coach, the Washington's coach. He's a good guy. I think he was what's the word? He's going through like cancer treatments and stuff. So he is a pretty like noble guy. It's just I was just really mad when they were acting like he was making some like statement. It's like no, like if he would have played well, Washington would not have cut him.
Well,
That's the bold thing. Like that's not bold to say. That's like the truth. You know, like,
yeah. Well, they would have done bad. They would have got, Josh Fields, and they would have had a field
Justin
nigga on the team.
Justin Fields, shut up.
Josh Justin, you get it? Because they're Washington Redskins still. That's what everybody still call
Yeah, shut
them.
up. But so one of the bowl games, oh my God, what was the name of it? It was the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. It was
Huh?
Tulsa. All right. So Tulsa and Mississippi State played, and they got to a brawl, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Bro, so like my whole thing is Tulsa 6-2, Mississippi State 3-7. The only reason Mississippi State got in is because a lot of the teams that were bowl eligible, they said we're not playing because of the COVID stuff. So I think this should be the NCAA be like, look, this is why we're not going to have any bad record teams play because I have a feeling there was some tension because Mississippi State is like, yo, Tulsa trash. They 6-2 only because they don't play nobody. We in the SEC, we 3-7, but we better than these buses. Let's bust their ass. So like, I think there was just some tension there
Who
because
won?
I think Mississippi State won.
By how much?
It wasn't like a blowout.
Oh, so if you don't blow out the team, then you trash.
Yeah,
If you
but
think a team
no,
trash,
it's just when the brawl though, it's like I really feel like yo, like this is why you can't have a bad record team in a bowl game. Cause I feel like they're gonna always come with that energy. Like, nah, like we had a bad season, we're gonna beat their ass. And Tulsa's like, nah, y'all ain't pushing us around. And just that back and forth became into like, you know how
yeah.
niggas are. Like,
Hey man, hey, that's what I'm like. Yo, like it's crazy because like we seen a lot more NFL fights and NBA fights in the past couple of years.
I mean, one's a more violent sport than the other. That's not
I
that
mean, but
wild.
ever since that Ron Artest shit,
Oh, the
niggas kind of
bro.
toned it down a lot.
Well, no, they've been more arena's been more strict about like the fans. Now they be banning fans like if they do anything. And then a player, like if you even go into the stands, like Isaiah Thomas got suspended because he walked up. Isaiah Thomas thing was stupid. Some fan was saying some stupid shit. He walked up to the fan and said, "You want to say this to my face?" And the fan got all quiet. He said, "I'm sorry." Then they suspended him. It's like, I mean,
Man, I would have picked that little fucker up, threw that nigga into the fucking court again, like get the fuck out of here, you little nigga.
yeah, I think the NBA is because just the new wave of players that come in, they're not trying to fight. None of them are trying to fight. They just trying to get paid. That's all it is. They know the money that's in the game now. They like, look, I'm here to get my check. All right.
Like that nigga Marshawn Lynch said, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But no,
Yeah.
I fuck with that shit. I fuck with the I don't know, like the last. I remember I went to one game and it was one. I remember I went to one NBA game, my first NBA game ever, and it's kind of funny because it was the Washington Wizards and the Bucks when Brandon Jennings was on the Bucks and
Mm,
John Wall was out for that stretch of time
mm,
before he got hurt again. This was like a long time ago, like when he first started.
yeah, yeah.
And uh I think Bradley Beal and John Wall got into it. Not Bradley Beal and Brandon Jennings got into it. I can't remember what year it was.
Mm.
And I think they ejected Brandon Jennings. And that nigga like I don't know why. This it's a good thing that like they don't like show the niggas walking out because like that shit was hilarious. It was back when niggas had that dumbass Gumby fro, that
Oh
Gumby
yeah,
cut.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that nigga tried to take his jersey off and the shit got stuck on his head. And like I know I know he heard me because I bust out laughing like loud as shit. And it's like, nigga, why? Because you know when niggas get mad, they try to take off their like they try
Yeah.
to take off their shirt very aggressive, and then they look stupid when they get cut, when they get stuck.
Yeah.
That's my best basketball memory in person.
That shit, like that be on the Wizards. I have this weird take. So like you know how, like they start off like 1-5. They just wonder last game. But now they're like 1-5. But like they were all making a big deal because Russell Westbrook was starting the season all these triple doubles. But I was explaining for a new team, he can't play like unless you have a coach that's just amazing at like getting people in the right positions. Russell Westbrook is always just going to seem to be on a team that just can't win because I understand like if a team is run by him, right? They can make it to the playoffs. I get it. I'm not saying like he isn't good enough to get to the playoffs, but
Yeah,
you have to like pretty much eliminate every fundamental thought that you have learned about basketball. So think about it from just the general securing the rebound and starting your possession. The center gets the rebound, outlets it to the point guard, and y'all are gone. Russell Westbrook chasing the triple double, he's chasing the rebound. So now him in the center, you got two guys are sitting there like, oh crap, like my bad. So now a pass goes faster than a man can dribble. So you take pretty much taking like 2-3 seconds away from your break. So now you're giving the defense all this time to get back. It's just little things like that. It's just unless you learn to play with him, you're gonna always just be lost when it's like, yo, like you're not in the spots I expect you to be. Like just like I'm supposed to get the rebound, throw you the outlet. Now it's like, wait, you're right here. So now it's like I said, the break is messed up. And then you got like, okay, he's chasing the assist, so he's not gonna move the ball as well as he should because he's like, okay, I'm gonna wait until like I can get someone open. It just looks so messy. Like I hope
yeah.
they turn it around. It's just I don't know. Like I think he needs just a coach to be like, all right, look, like like
He
this is how we got to do things.
he. I mean, he just need a team where if it's like a small team, man, they'll be great. Like if all they did was run,
Yeah,
because
well,
that's all they need.
the Wizards put up points. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not like they struggling to put up points. It's just like they just aren't. They miss out
Defense.
on too many opportunities because of how they play.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it's like yeah, like defense. I think just a lot of teams now, if your team isn't as talented as others, they just say, hey, let's just try to outscore them every night. I think that's what the Wizards do. But it's just like I don't know.
That's how you win game by outscoring people.
Yeah, that's very true. Factual. Factual. That's actually a dumb thing. That was a dumb one on my part. But uh, but
How's you gonna win game?
but it's just like I said,
Targeting?
they're gonna be like, look, there's no point in playing defense. Let's just get them to shoot. And then we just go like, okay, let's outshoot them. That's all they trying to do. Like they don't really care about getting stops until it matters at the end.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what's up with your boy Tony Hawk?
Snap, yo. I just want to tell everybody I don't watch sports and like me watching it. I was looking at highlights and this shit look boring as fuck. Why did I watch sports?
Wait, what highlights
Like
you watching?
I watched all the basketball highlights this
Uh,
week and
okay.
it wasn't amazing.
I don't know.
Like
The Nets
some
look
teams getting
sweet,
blown
but
out. Like fucking in the fourth at one point it was 122 to 90
oh yeah.
Timberwolves and what on Wizards and it's like the fuck.
Yeah, I don't. It's a weird amount of blow. Like on Christmas, the Christmas Day games, they all were blowouts. Yeah, I don't get it.
I guess people not taking this shit seriously, and I don't know. But uh, yeah, Tony Hawk. Apparently, Tony Hawk was at a testing facility getting tested, and the dude like every time pretty much Tony Hawk goes out, and like I guess people forget who he is or something like that. I don't know, but they be like, yeah, your name Tony, like Tony Hawk, the pro skater. I wonder what he up to, or like just saying like random shit. And that
Well,
shit is fucking amazing.
well, no, I think for him, all right. So when you see a recent picture of him, I'm thinking about. So a lot of people know him from the video games. So when you
Yeah.
see a recent picture of him, I don't think they make that connection where it's like, oh, that's that person age. But like the funny part is like, I just think the age group that like because when like everybody was all into skateboarding, not everybody, but when it was at its peak, when everyone's like, oh my God, Tony Hawk, like that age group, I can imagine their excitement seeing him, but then not like knowing him at first. Like for example, they'd be like, Hawk, oh, are you familiar? Are you like, from families with Tony Hawk? Like, yeah, I'm him. And it's like, oh shit. Like it's just the
It's Tony
reaction would be
Hawk.
so funny. Like I would pay to see that reaction every time. Cause I like there's some people that probably just see him as like a god. Like it's just
Yeah.
so funny. But they just don't know like, oh, that's him.
Yeah, cause his son be like his son like do like YouTube. His son like play like games with some YouTubers and shit. He was like, yeah, he said it's kind of fun because like I would like go out or something. Like I'll go like to like an airport or something. They'd be like, oh, are you related to Tony your Hawk? And he's like, yeah, that's my dad. And then they're like, whatever, nigga. I think that shit is funny as fuck.
Yeah, that shit is.
Yeah. Yeah. You got anything to talk about? Any more things? That was wild.
Nah, I just got a couple like just little things. I
Yo,
just figure we end the
if you
show on
text a
this.
girl Happy New Year's and then she texts you back and says and send you a picture, what does that mean?
What kind of picture?
A selfie.
Like what kind of selfie?
Just selfie of her in the face. That's it.
I mean, I guess she just wants you to call her cute. I don't know. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I did. It's like okay, like I see you. Like I don't know. If anybody sees this part, please comment what that means because I have no idea what that means. I seriously would just take it as like, damn, like you killing it tonight.
Yeah. Freddie Gibbs sent a shot at a rapper for wanting a 5K feature, even though that nigga wasn't relevant.
Hmm.
He didn't put no names in it. Um, What else happens? What else happened? Oh,
Oh shoot, I can talk about that. Crap. Tell me why on Facebook there's a private group. It says from meth models, and like I guess you have intro questions you have to answer to get in. Probably something to do with meth. And I was like,
fill
hmm,
it out.
I'm not going to this crap.
Fill it out.
That's the dumbest thing. Like, I don't understand how Facebook didn't ban that group yet. Like, why are you encouraging people? Like, oh, that's just stupid.
Because it's illegal in Oregon.
Mm, mm. That was just the dumbest thing. I legit got on Facebook. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I'm getting off. Like, I'm tired of this. People are so stupid.
Uh, uh, oh,
Oh,
your
but
boy.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, what
But
you about to
not.
say?
I was about to say that sort of remind me though. Like with us being quarantined and stuff, I was just like I said, if anybody gets to this part of the pod, I think it's important that if you know anybody that was a past drug addict, I think it's probably a good time to reach out to them just to make sure they're okay. Because it's like they're a lot of times people are going to be alone. Like they're probably bored. They don't know what to do. Like no one to talk to. They probably gonna get into some bad habits. Just like reach out just to make sure. Like yo, just checking on you. You know, if you need some, you need something, let me know. Cause like I said, I think I told you there's someone that he went to Paladin for a couple of years. Like he overdosed and died recently. And then, like it just like I said, just if you know someone serious, like just say like yo, like I just want to check on you, make sure you're alright. Like
Even if they're not a drug addict, just still check on people you know.
yeah, yeah. Like you don't know. Of course, you gonna have the clown say like, "Oh, well, like you couldn't stop." Well, it's possible you could have. You know, it's just a possibility you could have, and it
Yeah.
sucks to be like, "Oh, what if I made a difference?" Instead of at least you know you tried. If something bad does happen, if something
Yeah.
bad happens, you're like, "Oh shit!" Like, what if I could have changed something? You know, like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would say Kawhi Flocka said it shows on, man. He was like, yo, he's like, fuck that. I'm trying to change a lot.
yeah.
Like, I'm trying to make sure everything changed. Like, I'm trying to make sure, like, I'm always there for people.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I just like that people are so hateful. Like it's so stupid, and like the idiots. Like I seen some comments, people being like, "Oh, that's what you get," or something like that. I'm like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." Like I said, if you won't say that to any of his family members' face, just don't fucking comment that dumb shit. I hate when people do that shit now. Like it's especially someone like our age. It's like grow the fuck up. Like I'm just so tired of that shit.
Yeah. People do anything for that 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I have a
5 seconds.
random theory about what's going on. You got anything else you want to mention? Because I sort of was like thinking about closing on like this
Oh,
last topic.
your boy, Osiris sold all his foreign cars and said, "Yo, fuck that shit. I'm done flex for the gram." But that's still technically a flex for the gram because nigga, why would you post that shit? Just don't even say nothing about it. Just shut the fuck up.
And like that's not even like that's sort of stupid because you're not getting nearly the amount of value you got you paid for them cars. Like I mean I don't know. I mean like I said at least like I said probably leave them
Smart
burn
business
up.
move, but nobody gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, you sold all your cars. Let's see if a trend rappers start doing that. No, they probably not.
My thing is,
Um,
I don't think like people just buy cars for the wrong reason. It's like if you're gonna do like start a car collection like that, the whole point of it is to get things that could become a collectible. So like in the future, it will be worth like more. Like people just buy it just to say they got it, and it's like you're stupid.
Currency is a perfect example of buying cars.
Like he get stuff that like just over the years will appreciate in value.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
or you
That's
should
what.
search them up.
Yeah, that's what.
Um,
Yeah, you should do. It's
yeah,
like art.
yeah. Yo, speaking of art, I just want to say this: if y'all don't like, if y'all miss that chance to look at like West Side Gun apartment in Phoenix, like with all like the art and shit that he have, y'all fucking like, yo, I don't know, like that shit is sick. He
Mm,
got pretty much an art museum inside his house.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
pretty cool.
that's not even his main house.
Mm.
Yeah. Your girl Cardi B acting like a thought out here for Damian Lillard,
Uh, uh, them little
trying to get his
kids,
balls.
bro. Them little kids were like, "What's this thing? What's going on? Like, what?" like, like,
Why is my pants wet?
yeah, like, yeah, that shit was funny. But that was such a typical. I don't know if you ever played with like basketball with like a girl that low key like she just trying to make you laugh. She must think you cute or something. Because that's she was doing that. Like Offset, if I'm Offset, I'd be like, huh? So you're showing out for Dame, huh? Like,
He do got more money than you, all set.
he signed that $100 million contract. She was like, damn, that's my
Yeah,
Cardi
yeah.
B.
Oh, uh, I don't really got nothing else besides,
All right. So like it's sort of a serious topic, but like it's just sort of like it's a theory I got. So there was another police shooting.
uh,
I can't remember where it was at. There was another police shooting, right? And I have a feeling as a result to all, like something bad is going to happen where someone shoots back and they're going to get off on self defense. And I'm very worried because when that happens, I think it's going to start a civil war because it's just a theory I got. Because once that happens and someone gets off on self defense from like shooting like a police officer back, like in a situation, now police officers are going to be quicker to pull the trigger because they're going to be like, nah, my life is really in danger now. And I just every time I see a police shooter, I just have this weird thing where I'm like, yo, I really hope it doesn't ever get to that because that's going to be the scariest thing ever. Like it's like
mm,
literally like whenever because like I said, if they feel threatened at all, they're just going to be like, well, nah, like because he can just get off on self defense, like it's whatever.
I mean, white people can get away with shit for a long time.
It's
Like
but
literally, the dude blew up and a dude blew a bomb up on Christmas Day, and nobody said anything about it.
yeah, that I just that's just a random thought I have where I'm like, yo, I hope it never gets to that. I really hope it never gets to that. That's
No,
like,
I think the Civil War be something over stupid. Like it will start over something stupid. Like honestly, most of these wars starts off of It don't start off. It's not gonna start off like that. It's gonna start off by a politician dying and then two side clashing. That's how it always happens.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
every war is started by a fucking person getting shot, like a public figure.
yeah.
So like, if like, let's say like if like a white supremacist shot Joe Biden or somebody, then that'll be more of a type where you like, oh shit, a war about to happen.
You know what I learned through all this? I don't think so. I think just that's gonna now they're gonna make sure the KKK is a terrorist group and they're going to like eliminate because I learned through this whole like the whole Black Lives Matter protest, even though I know a lot of people were just saying stuff and post stuff for like just for the likes and stuff. There are a lot more people who just aren't racist, but it's just the racist people are louder because they stand out. So I don't think it will be a war because I think I think you'll find out how marginalized those groups are, even though they try to act like they're large in numbers. But it's like I don't think y'all are because
Yeah,
a lot of them shoot. I still think a lot of them are cowards because it's like, dude, if you're wearing a hood, the mask, there's like, oh well, they're trying to hide who they are because they don't want people to know that they're such and such or such and such. It's like, no, you're a coward. Like, show your face. It's it's just
yeah.
that. So it's I don't really think that would be a war.
I look at it like this, and oh shit, y'all got Brooke. Oh shit, y'all got DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, that was a random thought. Anyways, I look at it like this, man. No matter what happened in the world, just always remember that biker groups are more accepting than gang members.
Well, yeah, that's just because they're classified as like a biker group. Like if they were classified as a biker gang, I'm pretty sure like well, even though
Technically,
I guess
that's a
some they
gang.
are, yeah, some they are, but it's just they have that as a out. Like no, we're just a biker thing. Or
Yeah, technically,
like
it's a gang.
if you like a gang is just like what are y'all doing? Like y'all just out here. Or
What
like
is a gang? What is the
oh,
definition of a gang?
okay, I'm saying for a biker group, Duddy, they can say we're just out here riding bikes, even if they are a gang. They can just have that as an out. a gang, you're sent like just a regular gang. It's like, what are y'all doing? Like they have
Oh
no
shit.
out.
Um, a group of people form a group or a gang. Oh, that's verb. Noun. An organization of criminals. Technically, yeah.
Okay. So they can just say we're out here riding bikes. That's their out. That's why
But
they're more accepted
if they
because
don't
they
have a
have that
helmet
out.
on, then they're in the gang because they're breaking the law. They're criminal now.
Yes, that is true. Guess
Why do
that
niggas
is true.
think? Why do niggas think? Because they did, why do niggas like do like 35 years and shit like that? Then they can just get a job so easily. Like
Because that's what
I I'm
they
all
think.
for prisoner reform and shit like that, but nigga, if you did 35 years for a murder and you don't want to like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
no, but that's all right. So that you got to think about what they're being told. So think about you're in prison this whole time. They're like, oh, like this is just a way for you to pay for your crime. So you think once you're out, I've paid my debt to society. That's what that is. And then you don't know, like I said, what they're being told in prison. They're like, once you get out of here, you get yourself a job and so when they get out, they're like, wait a minute. And keep in mind, you've been in jail for like 30, 35 years. It's gonna be something completely different when you get out. You're gonna be surprised about everything. So yeah, like I would like they probably would expect to get a job. There's no
no, I'm just saying, like, don't let these parole officers like even like it's stupid because then it's like, oh yeah, so you out of prison. And this shit that don't make sense. Like I won't hire them personally, like they did murder or nothing like that, because they got to work with people. Like I'll probably hire you like overnight, but not like in like a store setting. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, I'll let you. I'll hire you overnight and shit. But like even like the fact that like one of your things are like when you get parole or you on probation or something like that is you have to get a job. Huh?
Yeah.
Like nah, like fuck that. I'm not gonna work if I can't. I'm not gonna pay taxes if I can't vote.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
taxation without representation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
technically,
true.
that's breaking the Constitution.
That's true. It's true. But like I said, if they're telling you like all this shit, like yeah, I would expect to be able to get a job.
Yeah, just know this, okay?
Shit. Anything you trying to close out on?
Uh, uh, no, not really. I think so.
Well, shit. I guess close out. Dabo Sweeney looked like the biggest idiot in the world for saying Ohio State wasn't one of the best teams.
Oh
And
yeah.
then they beat their ass last night, yo. Oh my god. I'm so happy for them. 'Cause I can't stand Dabo Sweeney.
Oh,
I don't
fuck the
mind
government.
Clemson. I just don't like Dabo Sweeney. And like I just thought it was really funny when Clemson beat their ass because it's like, yeah, dummy. That's what happens when like now you got your players playing out there because like they gotta deal with your dumbass statement. Like, yeah.
Yeah. All I want to say is fuck the government, Mitch McConnell, all of them niggas, because they really don't care. It seems like the only nigga that kind of do care, but you can't trust him because he old and white is Bernie Sanders. But yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the government. Niggas out here still dying and shit. So like that little $600 ain't gonna do nothing when most people rent. And that's what I don't get. So what are they basing this shit off of? Because most people rent is definitely over $1,000 in
It's
most
probably
places.
it's probably just a budget that they
And they think that $600, like I think there's a very big disconnect in between the Senate and the motherfucking people, like the real people. Like they probably think that, oh, all these niggas live in the ghetto, so here's $600. You
but
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I've always well the whole difference I think difference between Republicans and Democrats, other than like obviously we know their views, but I'm talking about like as people, is I think Democrats don't know how to talk to people, and where Republicans know how to lie to them.
They
So
both know how to lie.
No, but I think what it is Republicans know what to say, where it's like they want to raise your taxes. Just so simple, just something so simple. But the Democrats be like, y'all not gonna understand what we're trying to do, instead of just trying to explain it. Because they like, I think they just
Yeah,
think that people were like, oh, y'all weren't smart enough to get it. It's like, no, just tell us. But I think that's like one of the main things I just ask people is like, I mean, you're selling us short. Like both of you are selling us short because like the Republicans are like, oh, well, we can just lie to them, and the Democrats are like, y'all are too dumb to understand it. So it's like, okay, like, but
yeah.
uh,
And I just want to say this, and even though this been like a horrible 4 years, 2020 was a mess. It also give y'all insights into saying, hey, let's not vote in any celebrity ever again, because it's kind of bad when you have a foreign person like what's the nigga Arnold Schwarzenegger opening up more voting places than your president,
yeah, mm,
and he's foreign. He can never run for president. He's from Australia, so
I
he's
mean,
more American than your president.
shoot, I mean, like you said, but like I bet you if The Rock ran, he probably would win. Like it's just people are so stupid. They're just going to vote for whoever's popular.